Clem now making his Colossus, already got the production on the way. Taking a kind of delayed third here, like you said, getting the tech out first. Going to try and deal with this push, make sure he doesn't just die from one punch. Actually getting a good amount of damage on that tank. Very nice moves by Clem here right now.
Yeah, getting the tanks low is great. Even kills off that Marauder and blinks away, only losing one Stalker. Honestly, a pretty decent trade with that tank being so low as well. So it's going to allow Clem, if he wants later, to just blink right on those tanks and one-shot them much easier. And if the tanks are killed off in these pushes, a lot of the times the push does just fizzle out, and you don't really, you can't really go any further because the tanks are the linchpin of the whole idea. And it looks like even a couple SCVs got brought forward to be able to repair that. Realizing how important those tanks are, Bunny is going to continue to repair that and go for a further push.
Yeah, here we go, Bunny now stimming in. The forces this Protoss army to retreat. He does have the interferences matrices available to disable this Colossus if he chooses, and there it is. This Colossus is out of the fight. The tanks siege up, the SCVs there to repair those. This Marauder and Marine Ball starting to get some damage done. Clem's Colossus needs to come back online and needs to get a second one as well.
Oh, the tanks actually being able to kill off the Robo, the battery being used to try and keep that alive, and the Chrono as well, trying to desperately get that second Colossus out. And actually that little bait forward was perfect. That was perfect by Clem. The tanks were not actually focus firing the Robo. They attacked the Zealots for a second. One more volley would have killed the Robo before the Colossus got out, but it actually allows the Colossus to be able to spawn. That's going to help the defense so much for Clem as the bunkers start to get set up as well. We need every unit, and Clem is starting to go for a counterattack to try and kill off the reinforcements.
I love this by Clem. He knows Bunny is entrenched at the front there. It's going to be so hard to break that in a full-on engagement. He says, okay, while you stream units across the map, I've got 4 or 5 Stalkers. It doesn't cost me too much, but I can pick off units one by one, make you rally them at home before you send them. And there's the chance that there's a time where a lot of units are rallied at home, and that's when Clem could potentially pull the trigger at the front here.
Yeah, it's really a slow grind right now. Bunny doesn't want to go too far forward, just poking with a couple Marauders. Actually even taking a third base back at home, realizing that this push is probably just going to be left for dead at some point, or maybe just want to go back home. A recall actually going to the left-hand side. What's going to be sent over here? It's actually just half the army, some of the Colossus and some of the other units. So trying to go for a much larger flank and surround to try and get this position dealt with. As Bunny's even going to move those couple tanks more far forward. We'll see if he can find anything done here with this attack.
Yeah, and Clem's out of time. He's got to go right now. The Zealots charge in, get on the bio as best they can. So many bunkers here, 4 bunkers full of units. Just like so many. More units coming in for the Terran. 3 Colossus standing strong though. None of these disabled right now. Getting some good splash damage, but more units go into the bunkers. A Viking shows up as well. 2 Vikings show up to deal with these Colossus, or to help out with the anti-air damage. This game's on a razor's edge right now, but Clem, I'm not sure if he has enough here.
Yeah, this is a really weird fight. Bunny actually decided to bring all of the reinforcements as well instead of just kind of sitting back at home to take the third base. So he's just going to continue with this, and he's honestly going to be able to kill this third base if he... Actually, yeah, it's already dead. Sorry. That is definitely killed off. A nice target as well with the Widow Mine, able to get some juicy Stalker shots. And honestly, the rest of this army is still pretty strong from Bunny. Clem can't really walk out right now as the first Colossus gets focused down. The second one barely staying alive. We'll get to that. No, it won't get to the battery. The Vikings get the last shot just before the battery can heal it enough. And now Clem is sitting here with 16 army supply, and the rest of this bio from Bunny is untouched.
No Warp Prism in this game to save those Colossus. They go down, and with it, all of Clem's splash damage and potentially chance in this game. He's a 2-base Protoss against the 3-base Terran, guys. What can we say? The force fields go down. One last attempt here for Clem, but the sim comes in. All these sentries will fall. Eventually,
batteries are pretty good.
the rest of the Marauders didn't come around the force field, so things got a little bit awkward there. But Bunny's still in a very commanding position here in this game. Maybe you don't want to overextend here. Maybe you want to wait for more units, land that third base. You can play it how you want. 10 sentries on the field right now. What is this army comp?
This is the moment where you have so much gas banked up, but you realize you never made a Templar archive, so you're just sitting here being like, well, okay, I guess I'm just going to make 50 sentries for some reason. And the force fields, I guess, were able to keep him alive for a little bit, but the DPS output is really not there for Clem's army. He will be able to send out a nice scout as well, and will be greeted with the unfortunate information that there is a third base about to land for Bunny. So it's not even like he's fully all in on 2 bases.
It feels like it's going to be very tough for Clem to get anything done. I mean, he has no Colossus, he has no splash damage. damage. This is straight up bio against force fields right now. Bunny lifting these units over the force fields. Nice drops onto these high Templar. Going to force them to morph. Even one going down. And here goes the rest of the Stalkers and the Sentries as well, kiting back as best they can. The one Archon does morph. That's something here. Here comes some more Zealots as well. Clem doing his best to hang in this game, Gemini.
Honestly, I feel like Bunny's being a little too over-aggressive. Like, I don't really think he needs to make these kind of crazy plays. I mean, Blink, like dropping the medevacs, dropping the bio behind the army and stuff like that. A bit aggressive, but honestly, not the worst trade from Clem when you think about what we just witnessed, what those army compositions even were. Like, yeah, I feel like Bunny is trying to be ending the game a little too early here. I feel like it's totally fine just to kind of sit back, get those ghosts out, get a couple Liberators, just kind of chill for a moment, realizing that Clem has been on the back foot. But, yeah, I feel like Clem might have an opportunity. I mean, Storm is done.
That was
the
a big
Zealot
storm.
Harass is going to start. There's no way Clem actually brings us back,
No,
right?
there's no way, dude. Don't say it. Don't jinx it.
I don't know.
The EMP goes down on the Zealots. Bunny will clean this up eventually. Some SCVs do go down, though, and this is buying Clem some time. Here comes the bio, though. Simmons to the third base of Clem. He absolutely cannot let this die. One pylon goes down instantly. And there's some Archons morphing, but they are not in the fight. There's not enough Stalkers here right now. Does dodge that Widow Shot mine very nicely. That's going to fall, and Clem, I mean, there's just no way. You just can't win a game like this, Clem.
Yeah, honestly, I thought he had a couple more Templar back at home ready with Storm, so I thought he was actually just going to have so much to be able to defend against that initially and then maybe snowball it a little bit, but it looks like he actually had to put them into Archons, and everything is kind of starting to fall apart at the seams here. The Liberators coming on in, the Ghosts coming in, get a nice EMP on one of the Templar, and the other one is used to get a feedback on the Ghost as well, so no Storms whatsoever. The army supply is massive. Bunny, for the first time in his career, will take a series against Clem's Protoss.
Kind of a sigh of relief at the end there from Bunny. Like,
Yep.
it's always nerve-wracking when you're ahead the whole game and you think, should I just be able to...